The GoLogicXL software provides 3 marker pairs. The red marker pair is the default and is used most often. The active marker pair is selected with the Active Marker toolbar button. The red marker pair is already on the data, and I'll now place the blue marker pair, and now I'll place the yellow marker pair, and now I've got all 3 of them there. These 3 marker pairs allow you to make independent measurements in different locations of the trace data. So the yellow is active now. I could zoom out and scroll and then make a measurement and go back to the red marker pair and the blue. Choose the blue pair, zoom out, make another measurement. We can scroll to the beginning of the data. One thing you can see here is that as I scroll on the scroll bar up here, the yellow marker, every time I click one, you get another line indicating where the markers are located. So here's the red. So I've got all these markers now placed on the data. And I can use these as temporary placeholders or bookmarks. So you can return to these areas of interest. Number 1 on the scroll bar, you simply put the mouse over the marker and you will jump to that location. So I can go through all these different locations in the data. Another useful feature is the horizontal scroll bar buttons here have a scroll to next marker. These are the customizable buttons. You can scroll to markers, search, or scroll to bookmarks. And the default is to scroll to the markers. And it goes to the next and previous marker in the data along the timeline. So it's not going to jump from one blue to the next blue. It'll jump from the current marker to the next marker. And if you want to hide these markers, the active data markers, use the search menu, hide blue and yellow markers. And now you just have 1 marker pair on the data. In the data area, where I am now, click the left and right mouse buttons to move the active markers. Let's zoom in a little bit. The left mouse button moves the triangle icon marker, and the right mouse button moves the circle icon marker. A single quick click snaps a marker to the closest edge under the mouse. So if I move the mouse to this edge right here and do a quick click, it's snapped exactly to it. I can do the same thing with the right mouse button. And if I snap off of an edge quickly, it will simply place it wherever the mouse is at that location. This quick click action is useful when the markers are located off screen. When the markers are on screen, as they are now, you can also hover the mouse over the marker line, like so, and the mouse cursor changes to the horizontal drag symbol. The marker can now be dragged left or right, and the snap indicator arrow shows exactly where the marker will be located when the button is released. It will snap to the nearest edge in this example. To avoid the snap feature, you can either go over a line that has no transitions on screen, or a blank line, and the mouse will be dropped, or the marker will be dropped exactly where you leave it. It will not snap to an edge. The snap feature can also be disabled in the window options, but this is discussed in a later video on the window options dialog box. Finally, let's zoom out a little bit. The link markers toolbar button, which is here, allow the active marker pair to be set at a fixed distance apart. So I've placed the markers at a reference distance, and now I'm going to hit the toggle button and then link them at this 4 nanosecond distance. And now I can either click, or I can grab a marker, and I can make comparisons to other pulses on the screen or anywhere in the trace data. This is useful for making comparisons in different locations in the trace data. And you simply click the button again to unlink them. The next video provides tips to navigate the trace data quickly and efficiently.